Hi friends, welcome back to my channel on mathematical statistics and statistical softwares. In this video, I will discuss few questions from UPSC ISS Statistical Paper 1 2008, mainly on probability. Now we can move on to the questions. This is question number 1 from year 2018 ISS Statistical Paper 1. Let A1, A2, A3 and A4 be independent events such that probability of A1, probability of A2, probability of A3 and probability of A4 are given. Now we need to find what is the probability of A1 union, A2 union, A3 union, A4 is equal to. We know that probability this will be equal to generally 1 minus probability of A1 complement intersection A2 complement intersection A3 complement intersection A4 complement. This is standard formula. Probability of A1 union plus A2 union, A3 union, A4 plus A1 complement, A2 complement, A3 complement, A4 complement. Total probability equal to 1. So we just find 1 minus. This says that all are independent events, so you can just multiply all events. So A1 complement is 1 by 2 into A2 complement is 3 by 4 into A3 complement is 7 by 8 into A4 complement is 15 by 16. Now we can just multiply all, do mathematical part. 1 minus 7 3 are 21, 21 15 are 315, 315 divides, this total multiplier leads to 1024. Now can take LCM, just find out this. 24. Finally you got 709. So option C is the correct answer for question number 1, statistical paper 1, year 2019 18. Sorry. Now I can see on one more question. Question number 4. The first of 3 urns contains 7 white bars, means I am writing urn E1 contain 7 white and 10 black balls, and second urn contains 5 white balls and 12 black balls, and third urn contain only 17 white balls only. Now see, a person chooses an urn at random and draws a ball from it. The ball is white, so our drawing ball is white. So you see, what are the probabilities that the ball drawn from the first and second and third? So we already chosen that this is that white balls. So total white balls are 29. So from first urn 7 by 29, second urn 5 by 29, third urn 17 by 29. So option C is the correct answer for question number 4. Now we can see this question. This is very interesting question. See, let x be a random variable with PDF 2 by x cube with x greater than or equal to 1, 0 otherwise x less than 1. See, which one of the following statement is correct? See, now I need to find expected value of x. Here total related to mean and variance. So first I will find expected value. If I find expected value, I get 2 by x square dx. So this integral exit we get some value. Okay, it's fine. Now we find variance of x. For finding variance of x, we need expected value of x square. For finding expected value of x square, you get 2 upon x into dx. So observe this. 2 upon x means here we are getting log forms. Log infinity is undefined, so here variance does not exist. So mean exists but variance does not exist. Option B is the correct answer for question number 6. See this question. This is also a simple question. If x follows normal distribution with mean 4 and variance 100, then the distribution of y, we know that this is gamma distribution with 1 by 2 parameter. How? Relationship by standard relationship between normal distribution to gamma. Normal distribution to gamma. X minus mu upon sigma whole square follows gamma with parameter 1 by 2. This is standard result also. This is also standard question. Let x and y be independent gamma lambda 1 beta 1 lambda 2 beta random variables as total, then conditional distribution of x given x plus y follows beta. This is standard beta 1 distribution with lambda 1 and lambda 2. If you need proofs, you can check books. In transformations chapter, you get all proofs also for this question. Now I can see this question. This is also very interesting question from exponential distribution. For exponential distribution, f of x theta into e power minus distribution. Here mean is 1 by theta and variance is 1 by theta square. Now we can check options. Variance is greater than mean if theta lies between 0 to 1. Yes, for example, I am assuming theta equal to 0.5, theta equal to 0.5, theta equal to 0.5. Then I got mean equal to 2, mean is 2. Here I got 0.25, 1 upon 0.25 means here I got 4. Here I got 4. So this option is correct. Variance is greater than mean. So option A1 is correct. Then variance is equal to the mean. Yes, if theta equal to 1, 1 by 1 is 1, 1 by 1 square is also 1. Then both are equal. Second option also correct. Variance is less than mean if theta is greater than. For example, I am taking theta equal to 2. Then 1 by 2 is 0.5. 1 by 4 is 0.25. Then mean is greater, variance is less. So all are correct. So option D is correct answer for question number 10. 1, 2, 3. See this question. This is also standard question. Let xy follows by bivariate normal distribution with parameters mu1, mu2 and various sigma 1 square, sigma 2 square and correlation coefficient rho. See, if x and y are independent, then correlation is 0. Yes, this is correct. This is correct. See, every linear combination of x and y is a normal variate. Yes, by assuming we can take x equal to x plus b by conditions, we can prove this also. The regression equation of y on x and regression equation of x on y are linear and homomorphic. Yeah, this is also absolutely right. So option 1, 2, 3 all are correct for this question. See this question also. The correlation coefficient between the marks obtained in a mathematics and statistics in a first semester examination for a given set of 60 students is 0.65. So rho is 0.65. After revaluation, the marks in mathematics of all 60 students increased by 3 marks. So here increasing 3 marks for all students. The coefficient of correlation between the original marks in statistics and the revised marks in mathematics. See, there is one property is there. Correlation coefficient is independent of change of origin and scale. So correlation value never change for origin and scale also. What is origin? Origin means addition and subtraction. Scale means multiplication and division. So it is independent of origin and scale. So rho is remains unchanged. So B is the correct answer for question number 28. See this question also very interesting question. If x1, x2, x3 and x4 are 4 uncorrelated random variables with variance sigma square, uncorrelated means here mean is 0, then what is the value of correlation coefficient between u and v, where u is this and for finding correlation first we need covariance. For finding covariance formula we all know, expected value of uv minus means of both. Here means of both is 0. We need just expected value of u. Here see uncorrelated, so we just get x1 square and x2 square only, remaining all are 0. If mean is 0, then here we get sigma square plus sigma square, because variance is sigma square, divides. Now we need standard deviation of u and standard deviation of v. For finding standard deviation of u, there 3 variables are there, so we get here uncorrelated means covariance is 0 here. 3 sigma plus standard deviation of v also 3 sigma. Here square root is there, square root of 3 sigma, Finally you get correlation coefficient r equal to sigma square plus sigma square into root 3 into sigma into root 3 into sigma. Finally you got 2 sigma square divides 3 sigma square. Sigma square cancel out. Finally you got 2 by 3. Option D is the correct answer for question number 32. Now we can see one more question number 13 from paper 1. Given that the joint density function of x and y is given by, this is joint density function, we need to find probability of x less than y. For finding probability of x less than, we got 0 to infinity and x to infinity. Function is 2 into e power minus x into e power minus 2y. First we find differentiation of integration of y, then we get differentiation of x. So we got final 0 to infinity. So we integrate with y. So here x is independent. Here we got e power minus 2y divides minus 2. Limits are x to infinity. Dx is there. Finally I got 2 to even cancel out, minus 0 to infinity e power minus x. When I put infinity here 0, then lower limit e power minus 2x, minus minus will be plus, then e power minus 2x to dx. Finally you got here e power minus 3x means e power minus 3x divides minus 3. Limits are 0 to infinity. When you put infinity here, infinity 0. When you put 0 here, get 1, minus minus plus. Finally you got 1 by 3. Option A is correct answer for question number 13. Thank you for watching. See, you can see all questions, very simple questions. If you have any doubts up in these questions, you can ask me. We generate all questions answers by this type of video lecture. Within 1 month we generate all questions for ISSC year 2019, 18, 17 also. Paper 1, paper 2. We generate all questions answers also. Thank you for watching. If you are viewing first time my videos, please subscribe my channel and share to your friends also. Thank you.